Hello student, I am Priya Singh from Saraswat International Academy. I am teaching mathematics to standard of 9. Here we are going to continue our chapter number 3, that is coordinate geometry part 2. In last part we studied about the position of object or point in a graph or plane and solve some questions. Now in this part we study about the Cartesian system. So our second topic is Cartesian system, Cartesian coordinate system. In this topic, we study about the 4 subtopic. First topic is rectangular coordinate axis. In this, we study about the axis. Second, quadrant. In this topic, we study about the quadrant in the plane. Third topic is convention of sign, how to put sign in our graph, and last topic is point on axis. In axis, how we put point and what is point on axis we study in this topic. So first topic is rectangular coordinate axis. You have studied about the number line. In number system, we find points as origins and travel the direction as positive and negative with origin. We use the number line to represent the number by marking point on a line and equal distance in the chapter on number system. Now in this topic we study about the first point, Cartesian plane or rectangular coordinate axis. Cartesian plane means when two perpendicular lines make a plane, then this system is known as Cartesian system. To locate the position of an object or a point in a plane, for that we require two perpendicular lines. So we draw two perpendicular lines, in which one of them is standing line, one of them is standing line, and other is sleeping line. These two lines intersect each other at the point, and we know that the sleeping line is horizontal line and the standing line is vertical line, and these two lines intersect each other in a plane is called the Cartesian or coordinate plane. This plane is known as Cartesian plane, rectangular plane or coordinate plane. Also, these two lines cross each other at their zeros or origins, and this crossing point is called origin point. So, these crossing points each other, these two perpendicular lines cut each other at a crossing point. So this crossing point is known as origin. Now in the Cartesian plane we have the other direction. From 0 to left we get positive axis, positive direction. 0 to upward we get y axis as also positive direction. 0 to right side we get x axis, but it be negative direction, so we say it be x dash. And last 0 to downward, it also y direction, but it in negative, so we say y dash direction. Next, Cartesian rectangular or coordinate plane. So definition we write by this way: two lines, horizontal and vertical line, intersect each other in a plane is called Cartesian or coordinate plane. Also, these two lines cross each other at their zeros or origins, and this crossing point is called origin. So we properly say the point of intersect of the axis is called origin. And last definition, last point, the horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. Next, the horizontal line x dash is called x-axis and the vertical line y dash in our graph x dash is x-axis and y dash is y-axis, and the coordinate of axis of the plane, and this line is called the coordinate axis of the plane. Also, the positive numbers lie on the positive direction ox and y of the axis and y-axis. Similarly, the negative numbers lie on the negative direction ox dash and oy dash of the x-axis and y-axis. Now, the next topic is quadrant. In a plane, we observe that the axis divide the plane into 4 parts. So, for that first we want a plane. So, here given a plane and 2 line means y dash and x dash intersect this plane into 4 equal part. This 4 part is known as quadrant. These 4 parts are called the quadrant. Means each part is 1/4 of the whole part. Here we numbered our quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4 as anti-clockwise from OX direction. Our direction OX is here. So anti-clockwise means opposite direction of clock. So we start numbering our quadrant as anti-clockwise from OX axis. So we move like this way. So it be our first quadrant. So this be the second, next third and last be the fourth quadrant. So this is known as the quadrant by intersecting 2 axes in a plane. Next topic, conversion of sign. Conversion of sign. We use a conversion of sign to write the coordinate of a point in a plane. Why we use conversion of sign? We use conversion of sign to write the coordinate of a point in a plane. For that first we know about the sign of the points. So for that first we know about the direction of the coordinate. So for their direction, all the quadrants have different sign by their value. It's shown in a figure. How we say the sign of all the quadrant is different? Here the first quadrant, the OX and OY axis is positive. Here the first quadrant is, here the OX and OY both is positive direction. So we say the value of x is greater than 0 and the value of y is greater than 0. Therefore, the points of first quadrant is always in plus direction. Next, similarly, the second quadrant is in OX dash and OY. OX dash means the value of x is negative, means it be less than 0, and the value of y is positive, so it be the greater than 0. Therefore, the sign of this quadrant is given by minus and plus by their order pair of x and y. Similarly, we write the third quadrant sign. Here the direction of OX is OX dash, means also in negative, and y from O to y is OY dash, means OX and OX dash and OY dash both are in negative direction, means both value is less than 0. So we say the value of x is less than 0 and the value of y is less than 0. Therefore, the sign of this quadrant third is negative. And last, again, here the direction from origin to x is positive and y is negative. So OX and OY dash the value of OX is positive, so the order pair sign is positive for the value of x greater than 0, and second, the order pair of y dash is negative, means y less than 0, therefore the sign is negative. So this in Cartesian system, we first locate the sign of the order pair. So we say in first quadrant the value of x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0, therefore the first quadrant sign is plus and plus. Similarly, in second quadrant the value of x is less than 0 and the value of y is greater than 0, therefore the sign of second quadrant is minus plus. In third quadrant the value of x is less than 0 and y is also less than 0 because both are in negative direction, therefore the order pair of sign is negative, negative. And last, in the fourth quadrant, the value of x is greater than 0 and value of y is less than 0, therefore the sign of this quadrant is plus minus. It be the conversion of sign. So all the quadrant have different sign. Now the last topic is point on axis. Here point on axis mean when any point its coordinate lie in x-axis or y-axis, then it called point on axis. It means point lie in any axis. So about this topic, first we study about any point. First we study about any general point. So for the point, in Cartesian coordinate of a point, we have plot a point in this. For that, what we do, we get a point pxy on Cartesian coordinate. For that, what we have to do for find the point on the axis, we start from 0. We start from where? We start from 0 in positive direction because we want point P and it be in the positive direction of x. So we travel from 0 to x, positive direction of x axis. We cover the distance and stop at point M because point P is on point M on x axis, and then going upward at point P and going to point M to upward, and we reach at point our P. It be the coordinate of x. Similarly, we start from O and in positive direction of y axis we cover the distance of point N because P is our in first quadrant and both sign is plus plus and both be the positive direction. So we going to positive direction and cover the distance of point N and move on left direction because our point is on left direction of y axis. So we move on y axis point N, we get our point P. It means we get Cartesian coordinate point. Here we get Cartesian coordinate point P x y because first value of M point M coordinate is x and second value of point N be the y. So here we write our point P x y. It means we get a Cartesian coordinate point of axis for the point P x y. Here the length of line segment OM is called the x coordinate. This line segment OM is called the x coordinate, or it's also known as abscissa. The name of x coordinate at any point is known x coordinate or abscissa of a point P, for which point we find. For that point the x coordinate is the value of x axis is known as x coordinate or abscissa. Similarly, the length of line segment ON, is called the y coordinate. Which coordinate? y coordinate or ordinate of a point P. Means for second value, order pair second value y axis, the coordinate of y axis is known as y coordinate or ordinate for the point which we find. So here in a point Pxy, the abscissa is, for our point Pxy, the abscissa is x and the ordinate is y. Also, for example, we take any point in our graph. Here we plot a graph y dash in a plane and x dash. We take any example, we take any point S, and it be here, and it be the order pair of S is 3 and 4. It means the abscissa is 3 and ordinate is 4. So for that point we start to 0 and 1, 2, 3 we stop here, and it be the name of R, and the length of OR is 3, and same for the ordinate we travel 1, 2, 3, 4, and this point is N. So the length of ON is 4, and we get our point S at this place, and this point name is S34 for this point in a plane. Now point on axis means the point lie on. Now to come to our topic, point on axis means the point lie on x-axis or y-axis. If any point lie on x-axis, then its ordinate is 0, or if any point lie on y-axis, then its abscissa is 0. Means again we want a graph, so here graph is plot, and point on axis means here I say here a point on x-axis. So the distance of point P is x, and the distance of for other pair, the distance of y-axis is nothing here, so its ordinate is 0. So we say the coordinate of point P is x 0. So point on x-axis means its ordinate is always 0, and same when point is on y-axis M, then the distance of OY is y. Distance of OY is y, and the distance of x is nothing for any place. So here the distance of OX is 0. So when a point is on y-axis, then its abscissa is 0. So we write our order pair of M is 0, y. So for any example, I take a point 0, 5. Here the abscissa is 0 and y coordinate value is given. So it be point on y-axis. We write here 0 means abscissa 0. So we travel 5.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we write our point here 0, 5, S. And second example, we take 3, 0. Here the ordinate is 0. So this point is on x-axis. So we say from 0, 1, 2, 3. Here the point P is 3, 0. So we say point on x-axis. If any point on x-axis, then its ordinate is 0, and if any point on y-axis, then its abscissa is 0. So here we understand our fourth topic. Now we solve our example. Our first example is see figure 3.11 and complete the following statement. So first question is the abscissa and the ordinate of point B. Where our point B? So first in our graph we find our point B. Here our point B means our point B is in first quadrant, means both the value of x and y be the positive direction. Here we have fill in the blanks in our example. So first we read our question. The abscissa and the ordinate of point B are. First abscissa. So we travel from 0 to x direction for finding the value of abscissa. So here 0 to x direction we get our point on 4. So the abscissa of point B is 4 and the ordinate. Ordinate means we have traveled 0 to y axis and for point B y axis on point 3. So the ordinate is 3, hence the coordinate of B are, our coordinate of B are 4 and 3. In solution we solve, since the distance of a point B from y axis is 4. Y axis, from y axis we get the value of x axis and it be for point B it be the 4 and the x coordinate or abscissa of the point B is 4. The distance of the point B from x axis, this point from x axis we get the distance is 3 unit. Therefore the y coordinate, that is the ordinate of the point B is 3. Hence the coordinate of point B are 4 and 3. Next, second question. Second question is the coordinate, the x coordinate and y coordinate of point M. Where our point M in graph? Here our point M in our graph. It be in second quadrant, means x is negative direction and y is positive direction. So question say the x coordinate and the y coordinate of point M are dash and dash respectively, hence the coordinate of M are dash and dash. So in solution we say the x coordinate and y coordinate of point. So for the x coordinate we travel 0 to x axis, from point M we get the distance on point M x axis is -3. So we write abscissa is -3 and ordinate, so point M on y axis we get distance is 4. So ordinate is 4. Then we say the coordinate of M is -3 and 4. Similarly we solve rest question. Question number 3. The x coordinate and y coordinate of point L. Where our point L? Our point L in third quadrant, means both the value of x and y is negative. So we find, in solution we write the x coordinate and y coordinate of the point L are from distance x axis we get from distance y axis we get the point L on x is -5 value and from x axis we get the distance of L in y axis is -4. So the coordinate of point L is -5 and -4. Last question, question number 4. The x coordinate and y coordinate of the point S. Our point S in fourth quadrant, and in this quadrant x axis is positive and y axis is negative. So for the x we have write the x coordinate, it's also abscissa and ordinate. So from y axis point x we get the value of x ordinate on x axis is 3 and from x axis point S on y axis we get distance is -4. So the x coordinate is 3 and y coordinate is -4. Therefore the coordinate of our point S is 3 and -4. Next example, example number 2. Example number 2 is write the coordinate of the point marked on the axis in figure 3.12. Here we have given a figure 3.12. In figure x dash and y dash perpendicular to each other, and given some point, name it A, B, C, D and E. We have marked the coordinate of this point. So in solution we start. You can see that first question, the point A is at a distance of, here the point A is distance of x 4 unit from the y-axis. From y-axis we get the distance on x-axis is 4 unit. Therefore, the y-axis at a distance is 0, because this point is on x-axis. Then when a point on x-axis, then their coordinate is 0. So the value coordinate of A is 4, 0. So in solution it write, therefore the x coordinate of A is 4 and the y coordinate is 0, hence the coordinate of A is 4 and 0. Second question, the coordinate of B are. What is the coordinate of B? So here B is on y-axis, means when point on y-axis, so point on y-axis, then its abscissa is 0. Abscissa is 0 means x coordinate 0, and here from x-axis we get the B on y-axis is traveling distance is 3. So the coordinate of point B is 3. So we write the coordinate of point B is, here x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 3. So the coordinate of B are 0 and 3. Similarly, question number 3, the coordinate of C. C point is on x-axis, but it be in negative direction. So from y we get the distance of point C on x-axis is -5, and point is on x-axis, then its coordinate is 0. So the y-axis value is 0 and the x-axis value is -5. Then we write the coordinate of point C are -5, 0. Question 4, the coordinate of point D. Here point D is on y-axis, but y direction, negative direction. So the when point on y-axis, then its abscissa is 0, and from x-axis the distance travel we get, the y coordinate is -4 and abscissa x is 0. So the coordinate of point D are 0 and -4. And last, the coordinate of point E are. E, here point E is on x-axis and it be in 0 to 1. It lie in 0 to 1. So this value from y-axis we get point E, x coordinate is 2/3 and the y coordinate for this is 0, because point on x-axis, then its coordinate 0. Therefore the coordinate of point E are x coordinate is 2/3, y coordinate is 0. So we write 2/3, 0 in order pair. Next we start to solve our exercise sum. Exercise 3.2. Exercise 3.2, first question. Question number 1 is, write the answer of each of the following question. We have write answer for the following question. So question 1 is, what is the name of horizontal and vertical line drawn to determine the position of any point in the Cartesian plane? So first we plot a Cartesian plane. We have only answered the question. I am explaining what the name of this line. So here we plot a Cartesian plane and one sleeping line and another standing line. These two lines. So the position to determine this horizontal and vertical lines. So it denoted the horizontal line and it denoted by x-axis, and this standing line be the vertical line and it denoted the axis be y-axis. So our answer, the two line, one horizontal line is x-axis and one vertical line is y-axis to show the position in Cartesian plane. Next question, question 2. Question 2 is, what is the name of each of part of the plane formed by these two lines? We have write the name of each part formed by these two lines. So the two line which intersect each other, and it distribute whole part in four part. So first part, second part, third part and fourth part. So it be the each part be the 1/4 of whole part. So this part is known as quadrant. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. So this so each part of the plane formed by these two lines be the quadrant. So answer is, this question is quadrant. Next, question number 3. Question number 3, write the name of the point where these two lines intersect. These two lines intersect at the origin. So the answer of this question, the point where these two lines intersect at the origin. Next question, question number 2. Question number 2 is, see the figure and write the following. We have given a figure and we have write the answer for this figure asking in the question. First question, the coordinate of B. We have write the coordinate of B. So coordinate of B. So first we find where our point B and in which quadrant. So here our point B in second quadrant, and we have find the coordinate of B, point B. So the x coordinate from y is 5 minus, because it be in the negative x-axis, so it be in minus point, and for y on y from x we get it be 0.2. So the quadrant of point B is minus 5 and 2. So in solution we write the coordinates of B is minus 5 and 2. Next, second, the coordinate of C. So first we find where is our point C. So our point C is in fourth quadrant, and we have write the coordinate of point C. Similarly, we find the distance on x-axis and distance on y-axis for point C. So distance of x-axis on point C be positive 5. We write first pair is 5, and the distance on y-axis is negative 5. So we write the y coordinate is minus 5. So in answer we write the coordinate of C is equal to C be 5 and minus 5. Next question, question number 3. The point identified by the coordinate minus 3 and minus 5. We have identified our point at which coordinate it given in coordinate minus 3 and minus 5. So minus 3 and minus 5 means both coordinate of x-axis and y-axis is negative. So it lie in third coordinate. First we determine that it lie in third coordinate. So we find this coordinate point in third coordinate. So in third coordinate, the distance of x-axis is minus 3. So we move on minus 3, and distance on y-axis we move x-axis we move minus 3, and on y-axis we move minus 5, and then joining we get our point E. So answer we write the point identify the coordinate minus 3 minus 5 is E. Next, question number 4. Question number 4, the point identify the coordinate 2 and minus 4. 2 and minus 4 means for x coordinate is positive and y coordinate is negative. So it lie in fourth quadrant. So we find this point in our fourth quadrant. So for the distance of x coordinate we measure 2 unit. So here we move from y on x-axis 2 unit, and on y we move minus 4 unit, and then joining this we get the point and it be our point G. So we write the answer. The point identify the coordinate 2 and minus 4 is point G. Next, question 5. Question 5. The abscissa of point D. We have write the abscissa, and abscissa means x coordinate. So we have write the x coordinate of point D. So here our point D is in first quadrant, and we have write the abscissa means the distance on x-axis, and the distance on x-axis for the point D is 6 unit. So we write in our answer the abscissa of point D is 6. Next, question number 6. Question number 6 is the ordinate of the point H. We have write the ordinate of point H. Ordinate means the coordinate of y-axis. So here where our point H? Our point H in third quadrant, and we have write the ordinate means the y-axis value. So here we move and we get the ordinate for the H point is minus 3. So we write in our answer the ordinate of point H is minus 3. Next, 7 number question. Coordinate of the point L. We have write the coordinate of point L. So here first we find where our point L. So our point L lie in here our point lie on y-axis. So we write the coordinates for point L. Here is lie on y-axis, means its abscissa is 0, and the distance on y-axis be 5 unit. So we write the coordinate for point L is 0, 5. So in answer 7 we write the coordinate of point L is 0, 5. Last, question number 8. The coordinate of point M. We have write the coordinate of point M. So first we find where our point M. Our point M is on x-axis in negative direction. So when point lie on x-axis, when its abscissa is 0, so we write the y coordinate for point M is 0, and distance on x-axis is 3 unit, and it negative direction. So we write the abscissa for point M is minus 3. So in answer we write the coordinate of point M is minus 3 and 0. So here we complete our exercise 3.2 sums and solve examples for this point, and next point, and you have note down all the examples and exercise sums and solution in your notebook properly and practice these sums. And next video we studying about the plotting a point in the plane if its coordinate are given. Thank you.